back in the day, 2 years back, there was this one mindset when we were all starting to get into COVID and starting to build businesses, help businesses over kind of coach like over 2,000 people, and there was this one core principle that everyone in the industry used to say that you need to be taking massive actions, and I never got aligned with that one perspective. Like, I cannot take massive actions. I am very new to what I'm doing. I have got experience, I have got maturity level, but I Fazal, being an introvert, I cannot be taking massive actions. So what I need to be doing is I need to be taking baby actions, but baby actions has to be taken on a consistent basis. Now, over a period of 2 years and over a period of last 2 weeks, what I started to say myself, just because I was taking baby actions is the reason that Fazal is broke even today. That is, we are recording this on 8th of September 2022. Just because of that mindset, still broke. Cool. In this one video, we are going to talk about how to build work ethic in 5 stages. So being broke, not being successful, the savings have been drained off, you're still borrowing money, and you're age 27, the business you're working, but then still results are not proving this. You've gotten, like, when you take the book, I made like 30,000 rupees in last 8 months, 9th month running, 30,000 rupees. Now, how can you go from that to someone successful? So I am no successful, but I have got experience and maturity which is going to take me further. That's why I kind of wanted to voice this out, so that even you, because you will not become successful overnight. That's not lottery. The entrepreneurship is not lottery, right? So I just wanted to record this video for you, so that you will be watching this video, for example, when you're struggling, or when you're not being able to make things out, like you're stuck, you're confused, you're overwhelmed, you're stressed out, there are bills to be paid on a struggle. So I did one of the videos which is I'm going to name the video for you so that you can watch 4 stages, how to go from being broke to financially stable in 4 stages. That the video I did like a week back, 4th of September. So that was the stages that was like, how can you go from being broke to financially independent, financially stable. So in this one, we are going to talk about how to build work ethic in 5 stages. So I came through a process to pulling off like 10 to 11 hours a week, currently I'm working 10 to 11 hours a day, from 9 to 11 hours a day, like on it last from 3 weeks I've been doing this. How did that Fazal, who was taking like baby steps and subscribing to that mindset, not massive actions, came all the way to this part of it? So I'm going to break that down into 5 stages. Stage number 1 for me, it was all about, way back when I started off the journey. So when you start the journey, for example, you're watching this video and you're starting off the journey. So point number 1 is, you become happy for anything that you do. You had just like 45 minutes of a meeting, you become happy. I had like 1 hour of a meeting back in the day, 3 hours of a meeting. I was being happy, I was being excited just because people started to interact with Fazal in my mentor's community. Like, who is Fazal? What is Fazal doing? How can Fazal help me? So when you're starting off the journey, anything that you're doing is making happy. You bought the laptop, you got happy. You opened one Excel sheet, you become happy. You get like one mouse, you become happy. You bought this one. I bought this one about like 2.5 years back. I became happy. Office is being built. Got the table, office, this A3 book. I'm scripting out. I'm working on it. I got the book. I got this. When you started to do things in the initial flow, you become happy with even a small thing you do. Just buying this one book used to make me happy. Now, will that pay you money? No. Okay, that was stage number 1. So I went from stage number 1 to stage number 2. Stage number 2 is all about, this was me last year, 2021, where what I started to do is take journal out, and it's kind of in the pause mode, where I used to track the process. So I'm not the person who likes to schedule things. I'm going stages. So last year I was a person who did not like to schedule, because it was in future, and anything that I planned for the next year or today or like next month, I used to feel miserably at it, pathetic in nature. What then I started to do, okay, instead of planning and scheduling, because eventually at the end of the day I was not hitting not even a single thing that I scheduled. No, like, becoming failure over a failure over a failure over a failure. Like, I'm not even meeting my own deadlines, not getting results. What I came across this tracking world, the bullet journal part of the world. If you want to find a lot about bullet journal, just type in journal or get into productivity strategies. You'll be able to find a lot of videos where I kind of share a lot of my insights on journaling, productivity, bullet journaling, timeline tracking, and all. So instead of scheduling, what I started to do, track things out. Where scheduling is future, tracking is yesterday. I cannot change my yesterday. I just have to track what happened yesterday. So did I pray 5 times? Did I read Quran? Did I had a meeting? Did I took shower? Did I worked out? Did I record something? Did I record a podcast? Did I did this? Did I had fruits? Did I had vegetables? Did I had this? Everything from yesterday. So I used to track a lot of things. So even work part of it, what did I did yesterday? I used to track things out instead of scheduling things. That was the stage number 2, which was getting results 0. Okay. Stage number 3 was I started to schedule the work. Now, when I started to schedule the work, stage 3 is where I am currently. Cool. When I started to schedule the work, what I started doing is, instead of like writing everywhere else, I started utilizing this one table after 2.5 years. 12, 24, 25, 26 months. Cool. Not 2.5 years. This part, to-do list, checklist, this has to be done. Before sleeping, this has to be done. Like, at least 95% has to be done. So instead of tracking, which was not giving me any results, I have to move gears to scheduling. Just because I've got deadlines to meet, there are consequences if I don't meet deadlines. There is pressure, there is financial stress, there is stress in general. So I did one more video that I'm going to share with you. Okay, just search for the title. How to leverage financial stress to do more and get results. I'm going to share a lot of things about this. It was a very emotional video for me. Because of the pressure, I kind of started feeling like the more pressure that I'm in, the more productive I get. So what I started to do, this list came into picture and action just because I was in financial stress. Financial stress, spiritual stress, emotional stress, relationship stress, physical, every stress. You count any stress. It was. So then what I started to do is started to work for 10 to 11 hours a day. It's been happening for the last 3 weeks. How did that started to happen? Just because of the stress. Like, I've got a deadline to meet, I've got stress. Just from pulling and pushing me from behind, pulling me from forward. This is something that I would want you to start doing it. What you need to be doing is like make a list so that it stays not in the book. This is my backup copy. I erased this today. Then what happens is I don't know what I did. So this was a gift from my sister. She said, use it for grateful. Like this was a gift, like Rakhi gift. Grateful things. Huh? So what I started to do, I want to be grateful for the work that I did. Instead of being grateful for 1,000 different things, I'm going to use it for the work that I did today or yesterday or what I'm going to do. So this gets erased tomorrow. So what I do tonight, what I'm going to do, what I started doing is to write and document work over here. What are the tasks? Okay. So you need to be figuring out something that the work you need to be doing on a daily basis stays on your face like this. Point number 1. Point number 2 is you need to be striking off things as in how you finish doing it. It will motivate you, it will push you, it looks fancy, but then it does something in the brain, like chemical releases. So that's scheduling the work. Cool. The fourth one is something that you will listen from every successful person that I started to adapt like 3 weeks back. So this has been 3 weeks of building work. Fourth one is planning before you sleep. Every industry leader who's successful says this one thing, who has been successful, who is successful, probably who is going to be successful later in the future, even they are going to say the same thing, like plan before you sleep. So what I do is, after this all things are done, I erase the whole thing, plan the next day, and then go to sleep. That's like the thing you need to be following. 2 days back, I kind of broken the momentum and started back again. It's like, this has to go and something else has to come, so that the next day I'm already prepared the night before. I don't have to think about the next day. I don't have to walk in, it's like a blank, because being an introvert, not being an introvert, being fuzzle, what happens is if I don't have anything for the day, I am like a lost case. I don't have to be I don't want to be the lost case anymore. I just have to get things done. The fifth point is going to be the final stage. I wouldn't say the stage, but then a subcategory to schedule the work, where moving from to-do list to checklist. I don't know the concept of it, but then something that I have kind of discovered myself is to-do list has never gotten me any results. Like, I keep on writing it, I keep on striking it, I keep on writing it, I keep on publishing. Maybe I have not worked on my mindset more, I don't know. But then for me, the word checklist means a lot. That's why we've got like business checklist, we've got the course creation checklist. Even this is a checklist. The checklist for 8th of September 2022. I need to be doing this. Check this out for things. So this is the 5 stages. I wouldn't say 5 stages, I would just say 3 stages. Do and get happy, track the process, schedule the work. So we've got covered just 3 stages of building work ethic. So work ethic is something like you build over a period of time. So there are a lot of concepts. Something you can also search for is Patrick Bet-David. Search for Patrick Bet-David work ethic. I've kind of learned a lot of things when it comes to work ethic from that guy. You can even search for that. You will get intense amount of different sort of value from that channel as well. So thank you so much for making this video me and the topic of our bit. Very happy day. Thank you so much for making this video me and the topic part of your day. Peace and blessings be upon you and your loved ones.